Facing rape and other charges this morning. His allegations center around a teenage girl he coached privately. His name is Clarence Moore, and he used to work for Christian Academy of Louisville. WHAS 11's Taylor Woods details the charges and has reaction from the school.
42-year-old Clarence Moore, owner of Legacy Training Academy, has been arrested for alleged rape and sexual abuse of a minor, a girl he was coaching with private lessons. An authority figure with charges involving young people. We asked attorney Hans Poppy, who is not involved in this case, to explain what Moore is facing.
No, these are some very, very serious charges. It remains to be seen how this plays out. Obviously guilty or innocent until proven guilty.
He faces charges of 1 count of unlawful transaction with a minor in the 1st degree, 2 counts of rape in the 3rd degree, 4 counts of sodomy in the 3rd degree, 4 counts of sexual abuse in the 1st degree, and 4 counts of sexual abuse in the 3rd degree.
If he is convicted of multiple charges, the unlawful transaction with a minor carries a 5 to 10 year sentence. All of the other ones carry less than 5 years.
Documents show the charges are in relation to events that happened between November 7th of 2022 through June 26th of 2023. Moore allegedly engaged in criminal sexual misconduct with a 17-year-old girl he was giving private basketball lessons. He's also a former coach at Christian Academy of Louisville. In a statement, they said, quote, "We have just been notified of a situation that may involve a former Cal assistant coach who has not coached at Cal since the 2021-22 school year. From our understanding, police are investigating more recent events that do not include his period of employment." Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 on your side.
Moore was once the head coach at Kentucky State University in Frankfort. That was between 2009 and 2011. We did talk to his attorney, Leland Hulbert, but he did not provide a statement. We have an update for you in that story coming out of Mount Washington, where human remains were found inside a man's home. That man's name is James Knotts, and we've learned simply having those remains in his home may not be a crime. Investigators say he was buying and selling the remains and using them as decorations. His only current charge is possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. We spoke with attorney Larry Wilder, who recently represented families pursuing charges against a funeral home director. He says just having the body parts is not necessarily a crime in some states. He pointed to the recent case against the Harvard morgue manager accused of selling body parts from donated cadavers.
What they're charged with is no different than if they were buying or selling stolen goods, because the bodies that they were selling, the skin tissue they were selling had been given to, presumably, Harvard University for the purposes of the medical school use. It's not against the law to have or to transport, to possess federally body parts.
To file state charges, Wilder says the Bullitt County Commonwealth's attorney would have to prove that Knott knew the remains were stolen. We've reached out to the Commonwealth's attorney's office to find out if it's pursuing that charge. An E-Town woman is being charged for drug trafficking after police found more than 8 pounds of meth, 2 pounds of cocaine, and marijuana. Nicole Lewis was indicted yesterday. On July 6, Hardin County detectives uncovered the drugs during a search warrant. They say the street value of the drugs is just shy of $6,000. Police say the investigation is ongoing and additional arrests are expected. Mayor Craig Greenberg is detailing how Louisville plans to spend the first round of opioid settlement money coming later this year. The initial $7 million is part of a $57 million payout expected over 15 years. Greenberg says more than $1.5 million will go directly to harm reduction organizations that provide resources like Narcan distribution and overdose prevention. The remaining $5.3 million will be for proposals to help stop substance abuse. Funds will be awarded to proposals submitted by the public.
The goal of our recommendations is to increase opportunities for everyone to live their healthiest life and reach their full human potential by continuing to invest in evidence-based solutions for substance use prevention and addressing the needs of people who experience the greatest barrier to accessing harm reduction, treatment, and recovery services.
Well, Metro is actually getting more money from settlements than expected. Last year, it was announced the Metro would get just under $32 million. The new total is updated from finalized settlements with defendants, including CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart. For the first time, Kentucky's governor is responding to a report about foster kids sleeping in an office building. Some foster children, as we've reported on, are sleeping in the L&N building in downtown Louisville because we're told there's no place else for them to go. Social workers are also forced to stay overnight with them.
We need foster parents willing to take the toughest of the tough cases. We need foster parents willing to take older kids, especially teenagers as well. Do I believe it's acceptable? No. Do I believe that our social workers are trying their very best in these situations? Yes.
Now, the governor said timing also plays a part here. If a child is removed from a home at night, it takes time for them to be placed. He said some of the children and teenagers have severe trauma, and it takes longer to find them homes. Now, this comes as the governor's re-election campaign kicks into full swing. Governor Beshear will be making several campaign stops today. He plans to meet with voters in Shelbyville at the 6th and Main Coffee House at 1. Then he'll head to Bardstown to the Scout and Scholar Brewery at 2:30. His final stop of the day will be the campaign field office in Bowling Green at 4 o'clock. On the other side of the aisle, Republican candidate and current Attorney General Daniel Cameron will also host a couple of campaign stops today. Voters can speak with him in Brandenburg at Meade County Christian. That's at noon. Then he'll head to Hardinsburg at 1 to the Breckenridge County Fiscal Center.